Picture this. It's 1492, and Christopher Columbus has just sailed into history as the hero who discovered the Americas. His flagship, the Santa Maria, is a modest wooden vessel measuring just 85 feet in length. But what if I told you that 80 years before Columbus even set sail, a legendary armada already ruled the oceans? We are talking about colossal treasure ships over 400 feet long and 160 feet wide, boasting 9 staggered masts and 12 massive sails. This was a fleet of over 300 vessels carrying nearly 28,000 men, an armada so massive that the world wouldn't see anything like it again until World War I. And the commander of this unparalleled maritime empire wasn't a European explorer. He was a Muslim eunuch from the Ming Dynasty named Admiral Zheng He. Leading the greatest fleet in human history requires a leader forged in fire. Born in 1371 to a Muslim family in the southwestern province of Yunnan, his birth name was Ma He. When he was just 10 years old, Ming Dynasty soldiers invaded his homeland. The young boy was captured, castrated, and sent to serve as a eunuch servant in the household of a powerful prince, Zhu Di. But Ma He defied his tragic circumstances. He grew into a towering, imposing figure, reportedly over 6 feet tall with a massive chest, who was fiercely intelligent and a brilliant military tactician. When Prince Zhu Di usurped the throne to become the Yongle Emperor, he rewarded his most loyal and trusted servant. He gave him the royal surname, Zheng, and appointed him to lead an unprecedented naval expedition to show the world the absolute might of the Ming Dynasty. When Zheng He's armada first set sail in 1405, it wasn't just a fleet, it was a floating city. The largest vessels, the Bao Chuan, or treasure ships, featured 4 decks, luxurious staterooms with balconies, and could carry thousands of tons of cargo. Centuries before Europeans figured it out, the Chinese were utilizing groundbreaking naval technology. They navigated with magnetic compasses, stabilized their giant ships with adjustable stern-post rudders, and utilized double hulls with watertight compartments to prevent sinking. The fleet was a highly organized machine, accompanied by specialized supply ships carrying fresh water, troop transports, and horse ships. Whenever this armada appeared on the horizon, it struck awe and submission into the hearts of foreign kingdoms. Between 1405 and 1433, Zheng He led 7 epic voyages. They crossed the Indian Ocean, ventured into the Persian Gulf, and sailed all the way to the eastern coast of Africa. Unlike European explorers who later sought to conquer and colonize, Zheng He's mission was primarily diplomatic. He wanted to project Ming power, establish peaceful trade, and bring foreign nations into China's tribute system. Dozens of foreign ambassadors traveled back to China on these ships. When the fleet returned from Africa, they brought back ostriches, leopards, lions, and most famously, a giraffe. The Chinese court was mesmerized, believing the giraffe to be the mythical Qilin, a magical beast that symbolized heaven's blessing upon the emperor. So, how did the greatest navy in world history just vanish? It wasn't sunk by a storm, and it wasn't defeated by an enemy navy. It was destroyed from the inside. A bitter political war was raging within the Chinese court. On one side were the powerful eunuchs who championed these grand global expeditions. On the other were the conservative Confucian scholar officials who despised the eunuch's influence and viewed the voyages as a catastrophic waste of money and resources. As China faced new threats from Mongol tribes in the north, severe famines, and the massive expense of building the Great Wall and the new Forbidden City, the conservative scholars seized their chance. In 1477, the Ministry of War confiscated and destroyed all of Zheng He's magnificent sailing records, damning them as deceitful exaggerations. By 1525, the government had ordered the destruction of all ocean-going ships. The mighty treasure ships were left to rot at the docks. The greatest armada the world had ever seen was intentionally burned and erased from memory. China's decision to burn its fleet and close itself off to the world is one of history's greatest turning points. It happened just decades before European powers began their own ages of discovery. If the Ming court hadn't let internal political factions destroy their naval supremacy, it wouldn't have been Columbus claiming the New World. The entire global order, the languages we speak, and the map of the modern world would be completely different. The story of Zheng He is a haunting lesson for the modern era. Internal political division and isolationism can cripple even the greatest superpower. Today, as modern Asian nations reclaim their historical trade routes and global influence, the ghost of Admiral Zheng, who serves as a powerful reminder of a time when China truly ruled the seas. If you enjoyed this deep dive into hidden history, don't forget to like, subscribe, and let us know in the comments. What do you think the world would look like today if Zheng He's fleet had never been destroyed?